Why do you think writers struggle with finishing a screenplay?
I think we have a lot of doubts about the quality of our work. I know that first draft is usually you just regurgitate everything out, right? You get it out. So at every level of the writing process, you're constantly confronting your doubts and your worst insecurities. So I don't know, it's about overcoming that and just ignore that and just keep focusing and keep marching forward. So if you are attached to those insecurities or distraction, that stops you. So that's probably why. Yeah, I've read interviews or watched interviews of people I admire, writers I admire. They go through the same insecurities that we go through. So I don't think we ever stop having insecurities about our work. But I think it's our job to ignore that and just, again, like a fool, just marching foolishly without questioning, just keep going, ignore the distractions. And that's how we finish.
It sounds like finishing isn't one. I could see you with finishing it. You finish what you start. You seem very disciplined.
It's very important for me to finish what I started. Whether it be, it's never perfect. Like going through the baby steps filmmaking process made me realize screenwriting, it's never ending until the film is finished. So it's never finished. And knowing that it's never finished, it's never quote unquote perfect, it sort of relieves the pressure to be perfect. So you just do the best you can during that time. So do the best you can and try to finish it. You have to finish it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So, yeah.
So finishing isn't one of the things that hangs you up. Is there something that's more your Achilles heel when it comes to?
Yes, definitely. Finishing is not my problem. My problem is coming up with a concept that I'm passionate about for a long time. See, I have a lot of ideas, right? A lot of ideas come to me, but I'm attached to, like, oh, I love this idea. And then like the next day, a week later, you're like, oh, I'm lukewarm about it now. So I think it's hard for me to come up with ideas that I'm passionate about for the long term. That's my problem. Committing to that, to an idea that you think would be able to keep you going for 3 months, 4 months you're writing, that's a big problem for me, committing to that idea.
Did you feel that at all with Baby Steps?
No, because it's so personal. I knew exactly the structure. It's a global journey. It's an intimate relationship journey between me and my mother. It was already hooked, grounded in those two realities. So, and those issues are very personal and very important to me as a person. It's very authentic to my core. So it was so easy. It's easy to commit to that. But I haven't found anything else that I'm like, I want to hold on to you for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe for 3 months.
Sure. Yeah, it's hard to really, because you're looking at something so closely every day, and to keep it, to be interested in it, it's definitely a challenge.
People should just tell their stories and see what's important to them in their core. Like what's important to them, what's authentic. And those are the things that's going to ground you, that's going to keep you going when the screenwriting process is difficult, when the filmmaking process is difficult. So tell our own authentic stories.
You say you're an artist. What other artists do you admire and either want to sort of emulate certain work, or you just admire what they do and sort of who they are?
I don't really admire any particular artist because it's difficult for everybody. And people often ask me who is my favorite filmmaker or directors or whatever. But then it's kind of hard because sometimes you would see this movie and you're like, oh my God, so brilliant. and then the next movie you're like, it's, I'm not crazy about it. So it's hard. It's project by project. It's never, we're human beings. We're never perfect, and we evolve. And sometimes projects resonate with you. Sometimes they don't, and they could be coming from the same artist. So what I'm saying is, we are always evolving as an artist, as a person. So it's hard to commit or attach to that idea. Who's your favorite?